Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, huge mahalo to Long's Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Long's Drugs for all your shopping needs. Tripler Army Medical Center and Hawaii Department of Health officials are investigating that could be the first case of monkeypox in Hawaii. Tripler is currently awaiting test results from an adult Oahu resident who was recently admitted with monkeypox symptoms. They are in isolation in stable condition. Final testing of the probable case will be performed next week by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. State officials said the individual exhibited symptoms consistent with monkeypox after traveling to an area with confirmed cases. Considered a rare disease caused by the monkeypox virus, infection begins with the flu-like symptoms and swollen lymph nodes. This is followed by a rash or sores, often on the hands, feet, chest, face, or genitals. Those infected by the virus typically fall ill within 21 days of exposure. Monkeypox cases began to emerge last month in Europe and the United States. The U.S. has identified at least 20 cases in 11 states, and hundreds of cases have cropped up in other countries. The Hawaii Visitors and Convention Bureau has lost its contract to market the state to U.S. visitors. The Hawaii Tourism Authority said Thursday that it awarded the lucrative contract to the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. HTA is still negotiating the contract, but language in the latest request for proposals suggests pricing will be set at $16.4 million for the first calendar year and more than $18.8 million for the year following. The new contract will begin on June 30th and is scheduled to sunset at the end of 2024. It includes an option to extend for an additional 2 years. The Hawaii Visitors and Convention Bureau has been HTA's largest and highest funded contractor for years. It was initially selected to retain the position in what would have been a $100 million deal. Sources said that award was rescinded in December following a complaint by the runner-up, a group that included the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. The change in contractors reflects HTA's decision to reorganize and focus more on destination management than tourism marketing. Carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere are now more 50% higher than pre-industrial times. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's monitoring station on Mauna Loa averaged 421 parts per million of carbon dioxide for the month of May, when the greenhouse gas hits its yearly high. Those levels were at 280 parts per million before the Industrial Revolution. Industrial carbon dioxide emissions come from the burning of coal, oil, and gas. Scientists say levels are continuing to rise when they need to be falling. This year's recorded carbon dioxide level is almost 1.9 parts per million higher than a year ago. Some activists and scientists want to see levels at around 350 parts per million. The COVID-19 pandemic slowed down global emissions in 2020, but they rebounded last year. NOAA said carbon dioxide levels are now about the same as 4.1 to 4.5 million years ago in the Pliocene era, when temperatures were 7 degrees hotter and sea levels were 16 to 82 feet higher than they are now. A 25-year-old woman was arrested early today after she allegedly assaulted a bouncer with a knife in Waikiki. The attack occurred at Play Bar on Kuhio Avenue shortly after 1 o'clock this morning. Honolulu police said the intoxicated woman was involved in an argument with the bar's 34-year-old bouncer when she assaulted him with a knife. The man sustained an injury to his right hand and was taken to a hospital in a private vehicle. He is in good condition. Police arrested the woman on suspicion of second-degree assault. Meanwhile, police are looking for a male suspect in an armed robbery that took place at Walmart on Kuala Street in Pearl City Thursday night. Police said the suspect was attempting to shoplift items from the store when he was stopped by employees at around 10 o'clock. The man threatened the workers with a gun and fled the scene on a bicycle. No injuries were reported. The suspect was wearing a white shirt, black pants, and a black backpack at the time of the robbery. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 808-955-8300. It's about to get more expensive to ride the bus. Starting July 1st, the bus and the handy van cost will increase from between 9% to 233%, depending on the type of fare. The Honolulu City Council approved the rate increases last year to address the changing cost of labor, fuel, and upkeep expenses for the city's transportation fleet. Come July, the bus fare will match ride prices for the rail, which is expected to begin service by the end of the year. Adult single-ride fares will increase from $2.75 to $3. The daily cost climbs from $5.50 to $7.50, while the monthly price goes from $70 to $80. Annual fares will rise from $770 to $880. Youth, senior, and handy van fares get similar increases. The monthly rate for seniors, riders with disabilities, and Medicaid cardholders will see a significant jump. However, with those fares climbing 233% from $6 to $20. The city will be accepting applications for discounted rates for households at or below 30% of the annual median income. Fares were raised in 2018 last, when ride cost increased 25 cents across the board. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week Monday.